Thank you for staying with us. Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. My name is Sage Babalola. It's time for us to hear from you, and it's time to get your opinion and sort of sample your understanding of what has been discussed so far. Welcome to Mainland Focus. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, and it's very important that you join that platform because it's also an opportunity for you to converse with us, especially if you're having a difficult time connecting via the phone. I'll just tell you all the many ways in which you can reach us. You can, of course, call the phone line directly, 0913-6000-410. You can as well send a text message to that number. However, if you're an online person and you want to communicate via WhatsApp, the line is 0913-6000-430. The WhatsApp line again, 0913-6000-430. If you're in the diaspora and you're listening to us via our digital platform and you like to communicate, you can use WhatsApp. You can in fact call our WhatsApp line. And for those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, there's the live chat option very available for you. So go on there and drop your submission using that particular provision on our streaming platform. Let's get into it. We have two stories on the table, or something of three stories if you like. We're of course first of all going to be having a conversation around the ADC crisis, as we now have a new player on board, a new faction if you like. Remember that a recent court judgment and also the interpretation of this provision of the court by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), being headed by Professor Joash Amukpito, where all of the factions, both the Nasiru Gombe led faction of the ADC and the David Mack led faction of the ADC, they are not being recognized. They are not taking correspondence. INEC is not taking correspondence from them, and there's been some sort of a leadership gap within the party, because as it stands, there's no one leader that is being recognized by INEC at this time, and they're racing against time. The elections are just at the backyard, and they need to have stability to some extent, but stability is a concept that is really far from the ADC at this time. Now, because of the understanding that nature abhors a vacuum, we have a Dumebi Kachukwu led faction that is coming up now and saying they're going to set up a 9-man committee to continue to run the affairs of the party until we have some sort of understanding of how the ADC is to structure itself. Since David Mark is not being recognized, also we have a Bala Gombe who's not being recognized. We cannot leave the ADC naked, and so new players have come on board. Let's talk about what the consequences of this is going to be for the ADC. At what point are they going to put themselves together? These court judgments that they're waiting for, even when the court decides on the matter, would they be able to find their way back? Would they even have time for that? Remember that the opposition, well, the ruling party APC, they've done their convention, they've put together their national working committee. We already even almost have an idea of who is going to be their candidate. We pretty much know what their strategy is to a large extent for 2027. The same cannot be said for the PDP. There's intra-party crisis that is eating them from the root up. The ADC as well, there's leadership crisis that is eating them also from the root up. There's really nobody that you can say is going to be a viable opposition come 2027, not even in the presidential, across board, because the party cannot agree on the next steps. What is the long-term consequences of this, not just for the ADC, other opposition parties, understanding of democracy, and also the process of leadership selection endeavor in Nigeria? The second story, we want to talk about the more consequences of the Middle East crisis that's happening at this time. Now, aside from the possibility of a 3.1 increment in our inflation numbers, there are concerns as well about our data, or our cloud economy. Now, as it stands, we've not done very well when it comes to technology. We're still very much tethered to foreign data systems, and because of the Middle East crisis and the bombings that have happened, a lot of these data facilities in the Middle East might be affected, and that would mean that Nigeria would also be among the countries that will be affected if this cloud system is intercepted or interrupted as a result of the Middle East crisis. We still have our local issues when it comes to data, when it comes to connection, but we have subsea cables that were tied to in these foreign countries because we don't really have our own. So if these crisis within the Middle East and America continues, and a lot of their data facilities are taken out by the bombs, we will be affected. Not just Nigeria, but West Africa as a region will be affected, and we know what that means. So again, what story is this telling us about self-sustainability, about creating our own data storage system, our own internet system, such that we're not reliant, and Middle East crisis does not have an impact not just on our food, our inflation, our economy, and now even our data system. And finally, let's have a conversation about the position of Aishat Yusuf, one of the most vociferous member of the obedient movement. She says that in a recent interview that if Peter Obi somehow wins the election and becomes president in 2027, if he goes on ahead to exceed the one-term promise that he made, she would immediately withdraw her support and walk against it. He has made a promise to be there one term so that this non-constitutional zoning arrangement between the regions can continue, while she would withdraw her support. Is she echoing the thought of the supporters of Peter Obi? Is she echoing your thoughts? Is that what you think? Do you think that he should make sure he does his one term, if, being the operative word here, he does become president come 2027, if he finds himself in power? Do you believe that he has the capacity to keep that promise? And if he doesn't keep the promise, what perhaps would be your reaction? Would it be the same as Aisha Yusuf? Let's take phone calls. 09136000410, 09136000410. For WhatsApp, 09136000430. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Teacher Usufu. I'm calling from Abanje in Ikosu.
Yes.
Yeah, first, Aisha Yusuf's submission is clearly a case of hallucination. I think she's dreaming. She better wake up to face reality. Then for ADC and PDP, for now, I'm not sure they will face the 2027 election, but I'm sure both of them will be highly resuscitated after 2027 election. Then finally, concerning what is happening in the Middle East, especially Iran, I just heard our CBN governor saying that there is happy with it and that things are going on well with the economy. I think he's giving his information on the macro economy. Things are not going on well. The government may be getting a lot of money as far as revenue is concerned from the crude oil they sell, but the masses are suffering because of the petroleum products that are very expensive, especially petroleum itself. Very, very expensive, and this goes down to the cost of other food items and services. So they should better wake up.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day. Hello, morning to you. Alright, make it back. 09136000410. We'll start to compile the messages and we will read them in an order that would ensure at least the bulk of the messages are being read. Let's look at WhatsApp. We have good morning, Babalola. I like your analysis. We know who's behind Kachuku and it's not news at all. INEC is destroying opposition party and it's quite unfortunate. If INEC wants to conduct 2027 election, is it with only APC on the ballot? If INEC has not removed the leadership of ADC, Kachuku will not resurface, Nasiru Gombe will not surface, and there will not be a crisis in the ADC today. Nigerians should hold INEC chairman Amukpiton responsible if anything happens to democracy. Nigerians will resist Tinubu and the APC if they want only their party to be on the ballot come 2027, unless the APC wants to plunge Nigeria into a crisis. The survival of Nigeria's democracy depends on viable and formidable opposition, or else the country will pay the price. Benga from Ijibu. Hello. Hello. I wonder what's going on here. You can call via WhatsApp in case you're having a hard time calling directly. You can call via WhatsApp. However, please continue to try. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Okangolina.
Yes.
I'm happy that even the APC supporters, they are feeling the heat. Well, it's costly, things are costly in the market. So there's no APC filling station. Let me tell you, the Aisha Yusuf remark, I don't think it's even important now, knowing that Obi may not even be given the chance to contest. Now, the Bala Gombe that got up this crisis. Was he not there when David Mark was being inaugurated? He was right there, clapping. And then this other man now, Big Kachiku, recently he was on television saying that he supports the candidacy of President Bola Tinubu. He said it. So do you need a soothsayer to tell you where all this crisis is coming from? I don't think so. But let them carry Nigeria, let them vote Nigeria on their own. That election will come and they will vote themselves. And we'll just be there looking at them. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, we have Stevie Kelly from Maryland here who says, to think that Nigeria is tilting towards a one-party system is bad enough, but to think that the man behind all these attempts to destroy political parties is the one who claims to be a Democrat makes it worse. The outcome of this one-party system by the APC is anarchy on the land. There's a limit to what Nigerians can stomach. We pray it doesn't happen. Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Morning to you.
Good from Lagos Island.
Yes.
So you look at the ADC thing. Like I was listening to on our radio station today, the coming election would practically be one of the lowest turnouts. Because to me, if there's no viable position on the ballot, I won't come out to vote. I won't come out risking my life to vote. Because the last time I practically risking my life to vote for my own country. So you see, I told you one time that it's even better if you not come election next year. Just allow them to continue. They save that money for maybe healthcare or education. Because look at the way they are running democracy. So they'll be alright, they'll sort themselves out. Like I've always said, politicians are very greedy. And it's the people's greed that has boxed Nigeria's institution that we are today. Now looking at the Middle East crisis and Trump and what have you. Trump is fighting his war. However, his citizens, there are palliatives on ground for citizens to survive. At least things are not skyrocketed to the extent of Nigeria. Maybe they are still protesting over there. But if you are paying trial news, you buy 20k for you pass 12 liters, how many liters? So that's the problem we found ourselves. Then you look at Mʃɪɪ Ilsoᴜ should she's standing in agreement to the agreement according to what for to say in the politics. When Peter Obi gets into power, if he does well, that's when the citizens will say, okay, you must continue. But let's even get there first. If person never win never starts the play, it doesn't go score goal. Let him get there first. Let's start discussing whether we'll play second time or not.
Thank you for calling. Have a great
day. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Baba Sage. Thank God for another day.
Welcome.
I will laugh for Nigeria. You know the slogan of MTN? Sorry for mentioning network. Everywhere you go. That's the thing now. Everywhere Peter Obi goes, they are after him. Labour Party is now peaceful. Papa and Rabamba, I don't know, Abure. There is no noise now. He went to ADC now. It's ADC now. Crisis here and there. That is just the way it is. They are so much afraid of this man. And they say they have 32 governors. They claim that they have done so many things. Nigerians were going to vote for them. But when it now comes to the issue, they are afraid to conduct free, fair, credible, and transparent election. I am saying that we don't need to go for any election. Let this man just swear himself in 2027. Because he does not want any opposition. He does not want people to talk. And they will tell us it's INEC. If INEC is misbehaving, can the president put them to order? What is all this that we are saying? This is the only country where when there is crisis in Iran and Israel, prices of fuel are going up, Nigerians are suffering the more, and government are happy because there is more money to share. And when he shares the money, we tell you, go and ask your governors. See, I am just waiting for one thing. And that one thing is until the day I know how these political parties will, commence. That's when I will not talk again on radio.
Thank you.
God bless you.
All right, let's take more phone calls. Please, when you call, be sure to introduce yourself. It's important that we know who's speaking. Hello.
My name is Samuel. I'm calling from Kitty.
Yeah.
Now that it's obvious, it is clear. Everybody now understands that the APC does not want a credible, opposition. It is obvious that they are afraid of Obi, and they are doing everything possible to ensure that he is not being appear on any political platform to contest 2027 election. Then what we are left with now, the option we are left now with is either revolution or military takeover or God pass.
None of that is going to happen. We will not encourage a military takeover.
Those people that are oppressing us, by in the name of Jesus Christ, that.
All right. Please, also, I would like to highlight that the involvement of the APC is still but accusation being laid out by the ADC, right? I listened to commentary by Felix Morka on a television program, I think at Arise TV, where he says, well, it's not the duty of the ruling party to cater to the needs of opposition. He said something along that line, that why is the ruling party supposed to be the one to help them organize themselves? And also in the reports, there's nowhere that specifically states that the APC is sponsoring Kachiko or anything of the sort. These are commentary that have been made by a certain analyst and the ADC themselves accusing the APC. So let's address it as an accusation rather than speak about it as a statement of fact, because we do not know. None of the persons involved have said they were sponsored, and so far so good. We do not have any physical evidence to suggest that's the case. All we have is the word of the ADC against the APC, which they have via their spokesperson Felix Morka, one of their spokesperson Felix Morka, denying. So I just want us to be mindful of our lingo and how we put down these conversations, right? Thank you. Hello.
Yes, good morning, madam.
Morning.
My name is Kola Famo. You are calling from Arigado.
All right.
You know, I want one thing to be clear politically in this nation. All the political parties, they have their own method to perpetuate themselves in power. When PDP were there, they were doing the same thing. But their own is quite different from this one. Who killed Bolaide? Up to today, we have not known the person who killed him. Alfred who killed him at Kingsway, Falomo, nobody knows up to today. That is their own method.
Okay, let's be very, very, very careful. You might not say, but you're towing a part that I think might open a conversation that isn't very
This
pleasant.
political system, are they killing anybody?
What are you talking about? What are you on about? You do realize that that's an insinuation.
They are only opposed their opponent.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to get this conversation right here, right now. I do not like the trajectory of this conversation, and because of the bandwagon effect, people then starts to ride on this wave. So please, if you have a different opinion, I'm more than happy to take it. But thank you for calling. Hello.
My name is Robert.
All right.
My papa. I don't know if you are listening to me.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Let me quote what the president said at the joint session of the National Assembly on June 12, 2025, on Democracy Day celebration. He said, "For me, I would say, try your best to put your house in order. I will not help you to do so. It is indeed a pleasure to witness you in such a disarray." He was talking to the opposition parties, okay? And if you look today, my sister, PDP is nowhere to be found. LP, the same thing. This new ADC that some people conglomerate themselves is nowhere to be found. I know some people will call and say, they are, apart from these three parties that I mentioned, there are other registered political parties. Even INEC said we have over 21 registered parties in Nigeria as we speak. But the question is, how many of them are viable? In the US, you have over 104 parties registered, but how many of them are viable? Is it not only the Democratic and Republican Party? In Britain, you have over 396 registered political parties. How many of them are viable? Is it not the Labour Party and the Conservative Party? So somebody should not say, in Nigeria we have political, if Labour Party or NDC or the other one is not, we have other political. How many of them are viable? You understand? So somebody should not sow seed of discord to scatter everywhere for only to emerge. I mean,
Democracy is not supposed to be run that way. It's very unfortunate what we are witnessing in this country like this.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate you. Facebook is still available. Mainland 98.3 FM is how you find us on Facebook. If you would like to use the live chat option for calls, it's 09136 000 410. Hello. The volume on your radio, please. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is M쏘ɪɪ�.
I'm sorry, your name is what?
Calling from Lagos.
Okay.
You see, I know I like Buhari more than this Tinubu. During Buhari time, Buhari did not condemn other parties. For this one now, we want only to be on ballot. Only it's meant to be on ballot. Remember what happened to Abacha. They should remember what happened to Abacha. That God that removed Abacha.
All right. Thank you very much for your commentary. Hello. Morning to you. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Yeah, I love it. Good morning, madam.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, Chooks calling from Aja.
Welcome.
Yeah, we thank the Lord for where we find ourselves. But we will still stick our neck out to stick up because of our children. Yes, and our unborn children. We have to make our own voice note. And I want to pray that you people that are running this, you will be partakers of the goodness when everything turns well. Without missing words and taking your time, the issue there was explicitly explained, particularly on one of the television stations yesterday, by the spokesperson of ABC, when all of us are clamoring for opposition, that they were forging ahead. Yes, let them forge ahead. Any advice to defect to any other party, they are laying another trap in another. They don't know what they are going to meet in that place. Let them face this one, so that they will prove to Nigeria on one hand that they did their due diligence, and at the same time, he said one thing, that all of them, they are already made. These people are made. They can live anywhere in the world with their children. But like the anchor of the program asked them, he said, what are you now clamoring for? That people clamoring for criminals. In fact, quickly, the anchor of the program was assumed. When he said they will sue him with defamation. I'm telling you, all of us are saying that El-Rufai is a criminal. David Mark is a criminal. But they said maybe they are repented or whatever.
All these okay, please. I'll just like to reiterate once again, please. I know that you're not necessarily just out to cause a problem, but sometimes verbiage can open the door to certain conversations. We're not saying you're doing anything wrong, but once you lay the foundation for a certain kind of discourse, the follow-up conversation is oftentimes built on that foundation, which is why we're kindly asking that in expressing your displeasure or your pleasures, whatever the case may be, you are just a tad careful in your choice of words. That's all we're asking for, right? You can communicate and still consider the use of euphemisms in your expression, amongst other things. Don't even start to insinuate certain things. We're all communicators here, and we know when you're trying to say something without necessarily saying it. Insinuation that might be interpreted as you trying to malign an individual, or things that can be considered unsubstantiated claim, things like this, I ask that we kindly avoid them and speak to the primary subject matter. But talking about the ADC and the involvement of new players, led by the 2023 ADC presidential candidate Maybe Kachukwu, at the moment INEC is refusing to recognize both the David Mark led faction and the Gobe led faction of the ADC, but we have a new one. The question should be around, would INEC recognize them? Would INEC take correspondence from them? They've set up a 9-man 9-man committee to handle the affairs of the ADC. What is their viability with this new leadership structure? Would it even be recognized? To what extent do you think this will perhaps help to repair the ADC? Do you see further pushback happening as a result of this? These are the most important parts of the discourse that I believe we should focus on, so we can have a conversation that yields fruit at the end of the day. Let's focus. I also give you an opportunity to talk about Aisha Yusufu. On an interview recently said that Peter Obi has promised to be president for 1 term. If he does win, if he stays for beyond the 1 term he has promised, then she herself would oppose that leadership to ensure that he leaves and keep his word. And I also give you an insight into a Guardian report that's talking about our concerns for data in the country. We do not have our own data centers. We don't really have the technology yet, and we're connected to global clouds. And so the Middle East crisis might pose a problem, because the recent bombing and all is taking down a lot of these data centers, and we're connected to a lot of subsea routes. If the bombings continue, our connectivity, our data will be terribly impacted by it. Let's talk about the consequences and what this should prompt Nigeria should start to do in terms of technology, data protection and safety, amongst other things. Those are the stories. Let's focus. I'll pause for a bit and read messages so that you can perhaps process this and form your opinions properly. We have a message on WhatsApp that says, those behind Nephew Bala have realized that he has no case, so they have gone for another group led by Kachuku. They have to be careful not to turn Nigeria into a one-party state. Why are they afraid of opposition? The solution to this crisis is those behind the crisis. They should stop it. I don't see any election holding next year. John Bernard from Ijanikin sent that one. Good morning, mainland crew. The worst thing that will happen is if Tinubu contests against himself after all other parties are successfully destroyed. No human being can rule forever. The only regret is the whooping billions of naira budgeted for the election that will end up being looted. We have here, good morning, mainland FM. Nigeria INEC progressed in error for removing David Mark and other executive member from the ADC list. Virtually all democratic forces and peace-loving citizens have condemned the unfortunate action of INEC chairman. Since INEC created gaps in the leadership of the ADC, it's made it very easy for dissident infiltration that hitherto fast-growing party that gave APC sleepless night. Nigerians should wake up and kick against the seemingly intriguing manipulation and the censoring of opposition parties. If Nigerians were able to fight the military dictatorship, the same spirit and resilience should be put into fight bad governance through our votes. Noah from Igondo. Hello.
Hello, Lady Sage.
Morning to you.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you. Your name, please.
My name is M쏘ɪᴜᴜ calling you from Oshodi, the city in the center of Universe. Number one, we can't have only one party. It can't happen. If the ADC, they didn't play their ball very well, they may lose out, because it's happened before. We know what happened to Zamfara government where APC was controlling this state, and they lost out. The same thing go to Bayelsa State. So for me, we should put the house in order. Nobody should expect where Chelsea and Arsenal wanted to play, and one of them found on qualified player with other club, other side. They won't tell you. After the game, they lost out, they like protesting. The player used that very day is a legal player. We cannot win the case. So ADC, they had the constitution of that party before they bought it over, or they were giving them free of charge, because they are constitutional. They are not fighting themselves. They are not messing that party. They should put their house in order and then to fight the ruling party, and they deserve to present the qualified candidate to represent it. That's for me. Because anybody that emerges as a parent from that party or APC 2027 is my president. I don't believe in one party. Even if you referendum come around now and they say all of these people, all of this will get away, I will support any government in power. That is my life. Finally, for that lady, she will be it's only one time. For me, if you be in the election in this country today, no Eastern will tell you to stay only one time. Somebody has expected to offer that procedure before. So this should be this may happen to you.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Victor Book. I'm calling from Kebbi.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You made mention about what is happening in the Middle East concerning the war. For me, I've maintained we should leave what is happening in the Middle East because that is not our war, it's not our business.
It is our business.
What we're, hello?
It is our business across board. Everything that happens in the Middle East directly affects us.
I know. Yes, I know why it's our business. It's our business because the leadership of Nigeria has failed woefully. That is why it is our business. If we have refinery, if God has blessed us with the crude, we should be refining here and supply for local needs. There is nothing that will make us to even know that anything is happening in Iran. But because we are not prepared, we are not dependent of ourselves. Everything is now imported, including the one we're supposed to have under our feet. That is why we are running scatter, looking for solutions where there is, we don't even supposed to have any problem. So that is number one. Secondly, about the crisis in the DC. Again, with the DC case, with certain other people, it's problem with PDP. They scattered PDP. The Labour Party, they scattered the Labour Party. NPP, they scattered NPP. These are 10 leading opposition parties. And they are his works. All these things are happening. And there's somebody that is going ahead to deny that it doesn't have hand. It is under PDP that all other parties are failing and they try to put their house in order. All of them suddenly, all the parties fail to put their house in order. Under his works. Then there is something wrong with this government. For him to even admit that is a part of indictment. They are indicting themselves. They know that they know what they are doing.
Thank you for calling.
It will backfire. And I tell you for free.
All right, let's give others a chance. Hello.
Hello, coach.
Good morning.
Good morning. This ABC issue, if you ask me my mind, government infiltrated that party as usual. Infiltrated PDP, destroy it, made the big convention for them. When they were saying PDP, the whole stadium was quiet. We know that they are not PDP members because if you are interested in PDP, when they say PDP, you say power to the people. So they infiltrated that and the rest of them destroy it. They come to ABC. ABC, David Mark and Co. She moved to NPC, the new party, the Therapy party, that is flawless because they have issue, it's part of them. Why don't they move? No time is just around the corner. It's about 20 things.
Before, you know, right? The ADC didn't have a problem. The ADC did not have a problem before. So what is to say they moved to a new party?
There were the people that made them
I'm saying that the ADC didn't have a problem before, and now
so if
they go to another party, what is to say that new problems can
they don't have issue. The issue they have there is because it was
Madam, if you're missing my point. At the moment, the ADC is in crisis. They were not necessarily in crisis before, up until recently, when this Gombe man said that he's the one who deserves to be chairman. So I'm
let them leave the party for them.
If they that's what
let them go to another party. Let them go to NDC.
They should keep moving.
In the issue there, I don't know all those people that are registering all over the place. I don't know to meet them because one person says he wants to be the president. No, they should go to another party. Go to NDC. And go to NDC. Let us see they go to NDC. That means the man is looking for trouble. Can we give it to him? Go to NDC. Cannot be this as a party now. Let them go there. And then move everything and put everything in order and go back to the INEC and let's know that Josh will not do the work.
Okay. Morning. I think that you're missing the point that I'm trying to make. The ADC did not have a problem. I think it was the ADA first of all. They were going to register a new party, right? They hit a snag and could not do the ADA, and then they moved to the ADC, right? everything was fine until recently. David Mark was doing his thing. People were confident. In fact, the only conversation was who is going to be the presidential candidate of the party and who's going to deputize who. That was the only discourse that was happening until the chaos expanded to this point. So if they move to another party, what is to say that something cannot trigger crisis? Let's even forget about at the national level. Ademola Adeleke of Osun State, I believe he moved to the Accord Party. Remember that about 2 weeks after he moved to that party, there were rumors of the purported factionalization and what have you. Lucky for them, they were able to nip it in the bud. Crisis literally started brewing less than 2 weeks after he joined that party. So who is to say, or what is to say, that no matter the party you go to, crisis cannot happen within that party? Anyways, hello.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, this is Gaza Joshua. Yeah, I want to ask, this is a platform that we love and we so admire. For people to say the APC destroyed PDP, destroyed Labour Party, destroyed, what evidence do they have? Can you please help me ask them, what evidence do they have that yes, they really did this? And again, let me ask them a question. Which of whether doing the Kashuku or this other one causing problem with them, has any of them been APC member before now? Please help me ask them.
I believe they can hear you. You've asked the question on your own. And I addressed it earlier already. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yes, my name is Prince Olayinka from Oderemo.
Alright.
Yeah, my contribution in this matter is I can see that the APC government, in fact, what I view about them is about how to destroy all the opposition parties. They don't want any of them to come up. I don't know why they are afraid. But then they have too many governors. They have everything. They have the police, have the army, have the police too. So the way I look at it, the other time Peter Obi is in the Labour Party, the Labour Party. Okay, they tried to form another party. I forget the party's name. They destroyed it. Now they went to this ADC. Now we have problem with them. What are talking about? Where is behind all these things? They just don't want any other opposition party to come against them. So is this how I'm going to control to continue something like this? Okay, now we have different kind of problem now. If you come to 2027, how is it going to be? So we Nigerians should wake up to do the right thing. That's my take. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Thank you, Madam. God bless you. Good morning. God bless you. My name is Joseph. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Alright.
So my take this morning is the concerning this AGC party. For my own mind, for my own position, they like Nigerian go and sit without access. Because on 2029 May 2027, God power will control in Nigeria. God will have his own way. Forget about God. Nobody can grab power from God. All power belongs to God. All power belongs to God. Nobody can grab power of God. If God says APC will continue, they will continue. If God says for me, it is God power that will control Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Right. Let's read messages from Facebook. We have Benjamin Ise that says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Whatever is happening in ADC today is the fear of the ruling party and Peter Obi joining ADC. It's all about Peter Obi. When Obi was in Labour, we saw a lot of factions. In the ADC, we've seen factions that never existed before the ADC came up. Where were the factions before Peter Obi joined? Hold on. Let the ruling party create a level playing ground for all political parties to strive. Then, I'll assume you mean thrive. But then say then we see who is popular in 2027. Benjamin from Shogunle. We have Ozo Francis who says, I'm watching live from Amagunze, Enugu State. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much for going along with us. Also, Francis says Nigeria is heading towards a one-party system, and this is not good for a complex nation like ours. Francis Ekmayong on Facebook also here. Good morning, Sage, Mo, and Mainland FM crew. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu once said that he's happy that the opposition party are in disarray and that they should be swept into the APC. Certainly, this is not a democracy. The APC has about 40 million registered voters, service chiefs, CBN, INEC, 30 governors, city boy movement, but they're still afraid of Peter Obi and the people. I want to ask, if PDP was like this, would the APC have emerged? Whether APC or Tinubu likes it or not, they will not remain in power forever. But what will be the impact of these people that they're creating? King Adedeji Bernard Adegboyega says INEC's derecognition of ADC and the orchestration of planted factions to tarnish the party's image will not stop its pursuit of democratic values or its preparation for the 2027 election. ADC remains the only viable opposition force led by experienced political actors who understand the terrain. There will be no retreat and no surrender to any attempt to impose a one-party system in Nigeria. Oppression and distraction will only strengthen the party and deepen public solidarity with the ADC. Alright, that was King Adedeji Bernard. We're back to the phones now. Hello? Hello? Please call back. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Ify. I'm Madam M쏘ɪᴟ.
Yeah,
My name is Ralph. I'm calling from Satellite Town.
welcome.
What is happening in ADC today is complete. It's crystal clear. This is the hand of APC. There is no doubt about that. For someone to ask me the evidence is that the Wike is a PDP member working for APC. Another evidence is that the court granted the Wike faction to go ahead and present presidential candidate, while the other faction is nowhere to be found. And then Mr. Wike will be the one to go and bring a president for PDP to come and challenge Tinubu that is working for. Which of the evidence do you want? Then Labour Party, we see how the Labour Party has been was divided into 2 or 3 factions. Till today, nobody is talking about them because of P2B. It's clear. Now, ADC again, a single man has rised up to say that he's the owner or the chairman of ADC. Because I've been there for many years, he don't say anything now. For those that think the ADC to go somewhere down for another party, for what? Don't we have law in this country again? And when I'm deciding to whatever somebody says or some group of people say, they're going through the law. If it moves or ADC moves to another country, we hear them now. Some people saying that P2B, they cannot stand the opposition, they are running away from one party to the other. That is going to run Nigeria. We know all these people and their plans. APC government under Tinubu doesn't want to have any opposition. It is wrong. Let's condemn it. God bless us. Let's say the truth or else we'll remain here forever.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, please.
Morning to you.
Morning, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm Jide calling from already this morning.
Yes.
Yes, they asked us to bring evidence that the ruling party is not the one that doing all this. There is a popular Yoruba saying that Ajalata Anue. And the insect that is dancing on top of the water, the drummer is underneath. We know all this. But when those people who are clever, the supporters of this government, when those clever ones they will come and tell us the reason why we should believe in their ideology. God bless and what do you call it from Pastor Ambrose. He really mentioned what I wanted to say this morning. You, APC, you are behind all this. All these things. You have positioned all the people who will go about to begin to make, if not, how will you think it? The people who are the person who is claiming the chairman of ADC now, even can you even get money to hire lawyer before? Can you even get money to hire security to secure him before? But suddenly now he become powerful. Suddenly now he can get money to hire lawyer who will fight his cause. We know all these things. Please, the clever people, don't come and begin to use your cleverness to deceive us here. We understand all these things. But Nigeria, please rise up and defend the integrity of this nation.
All right then. Hello. Hello. Do you make it back? If that was you. Hello. Please turn on the volume on your radio.
After this development radio.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Jibola calling from Poland.
Yes.
So, so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Please, see, Mr. One of the callers, don't let me mention his name. He said we should bring evidence. The evidence is the Lagos is the prototype. And this is what I was warning Nigerians for in 2023. That this man has a prototype and the man doesn't change. The Lagos State has been under his control from 1999 till date, and no operation survived it. That's the same way operation will not survive in this nation under the rule of this same president. Because that is his antecedent, and men don't change. And change. No, that is the habit that is in the person before. So that is why we can see it all clear. It's on every billboard in Nigeria that the hand of people that are perpetrating all this evil is the hand of the president precisely, not even the APC as a party, but the hand of the president, because that is what he loves to practice. And that is the shame on people. If you know that you are popular, if you know that you have done well, leave people to compensate your good work.
Unfortunately, as it stands, it's still the word of the ADC against the APC.
No, this thing is not the word. It's not the word of the APC. It's a word of the man.
I understand you. Like, you're using subjective understanding, and there's no problem with that. I'm just saying what is being reported so far is still the ADC accusing the APC.
Yes, we know, but I'm just trying to let people know that they should narrow their thinking down so that if you are making it so wide that is the APC. But this time around, we know who is behind the whole thing of APC that we are saying. That's what we are saying. The earlier we say the truth, the better for the country. If we continue to toy with the truth, I'm telling you, we are going to be circling the same spot. So the earlier the better. Even if they go and form a party, they will still spoil that party.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, Sage.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing now?
No, thanks for asking.
Don't be sleeping.
Go ahead.
My name is Lucky.
Yes.
My name is Lucky. So, the last caller, they spoke on my mind. When somebody said, let me just refer to one of our sister Ify talk when he was talking about NDC. The truth of the matter, I believe those David Ma, Peter Obi, Obaka, they get plan B, plan C, plan E. What I believe they have. Because let me just tell you one story. When GRB wanted to become to ADC, the stadium was supposed to be Aloജ because of the change where they have, they are like 5 places. This one place, they know that they are going to disrupt the Aloജ. And they can't disrupt Aloജ, we move again to the Ayobo side again. The decision we move, so we were just passing the message. We still do what we want to do. So I believe, no matter they do, at the end, we are going to get it. They are going to. I believe ADC is not going to be the party. We are going to move on that party. They know. I believe they are working on it. You know the matter. They don't want Peter Obi to be on the ballot, but Peter Obi will be in the ballot. Any whether if I will put on there. That is all we are. So manage the fight. One day all this is going as a. My sister, I beg, I don't want to talk again. Thank you.
All right. Hello. Hello. All right. Hello. Hello. Good morning. We can barely hear you. I don't know why that's the case. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chief. I'm calling from Lɪਧᴇ.
Welcome.
You know, sometimes when people speak, I think it's just they're trying to play on our intelligence because they know the obvious, but yet they come to agree to demand necessary evidence. This sponsor talked that this infrastructure during the last election in Lagos, where they discovered that this thing was going towards one direction. People, when was the this one? We have seen that it's an opportunity to cash out. Like somebody asked, this Bala or whoever, was he able to, what was the car he was using? Now, what is the vehicle using now? Where is the guy? In Abuja. That's why he has the permanent evidence now. Who's sponsoring it? And they say they found to be evidence. That one is an accusation. Okay, but they have residents. Okay, these people were all through doing the inauguration and whatever. They were all there. And then residents are there. Of course, we never admit it. They want to score you. They know that if probably the sign the win in this happen.
The truth is, I can barely hear a word you're saying. If you're using earpiece, do you mind disconnecting or removing it from your Bluetooth speaker?
No. I'm not using earpiece.
It's just we can barely hear you. Maybe try to call back if you connect, please. I can't hear you. And
hello, good morning.
For me to respond if I don't hear you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Obior. I'm calling from Iowa. The man at the helm of affair of Burkina Faso, the military man, said what we are practicing in Africa is not a democracy, and I agree with him. This is what we are practicing in Nigeria of today is not democracy. I know that I heard that he will be in Lagos. I believe by now he's in Lagos. He can hear what the Nigerians are saying. He should retrieve. I don't see what is going to benefit him. Let him play by the rule. It's not good. He was once a opposition before Jonathan gave him the opportunity. He can be today to pilot the affair of this Nigeria. People are not happy, and if they continue like this, there will be apathy. Nobody will come out to vote. If they continue in this way, they think that this government will not be legitimate. The international community will not recognize this government. So they should be very careful. If they look around, all the radio stations, most of the radio stations, what they are discussing today is the same topic. And you see what people are calling in, and people are not happy. I'm not trying to be this, but allow people to freely vote who they want to vote for. I'm not saying because it's this or because of that. If he wins freely, when everybody knows that this man won the election, people will be happy, people will rejoice. You can see how the economy is bastardized. Everything is in the political side, is in the security. Everything is going. Nigeria is dying, is going down, and people are watching. I know Tinubu is in Lagos, he can hear us. You know what the masses are saying. Let him change his way. It will be too late for him. Thank you. God bless you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
My name is Charles. Am I on to Milan please?
Yes, please go ahead.
Alright. Concerning the topic, I just want to ask a question. Before David Mark, Atiku, El-Rufai and Co. they came to ADC. They came from SDP, right? Am I right?
Please go ahead with your submission.
Yeah. They came from SDP. And if I can recall, they were chased out of SDP. Because SDP were active. They were not reactive. They knew that these guys came to take over their party. And they would not allow them to do that. Why were they chased out of SDP? Before they went to ADC. Why? That is the question we ask ourselves. I can remember that SDP even suspended it for like 300 years or something like that. Because they saw that they wanted to come and take over the party and pushed aside the original members of the party. So they couldn't allow them to do that. So they all left SDP and went to ADC. This is the intention of these guys. They were looking to the party when they're shopping for parties they could take over. And you can see Jackson founded his own party, NDC. It is easier for them. It would have been easier for them to, form their own party.
They did.
And do whatever they want to do.
The ADA, but they didn't record much success.
Well, the ADA, they filed a countersuit against Ado, who supposedly was to form the party.
So can you translate this to what we're
party.
talking about now so the conversation can have relevance? We're talking about this recent situation in the ADC. That's what we're asking now. Let's know what the past is. We're talking about the consequence, what this means for the ADC, the breakdown of leadership, and the new players in the game here. That's what we're talking about primarily.
Of course. It's the factor. What was the intention of going to ABC?
Okay, let's not merry-go-round, right? I thought you were going to land a specific point, but thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, Babala.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ladies.
Yes.
First of all, on the issue of rights up, well, that is his own belief. He has only one vote. I mean, he has only one voting card. Everybody has his own voting card. Has he ever seen any politician in Nigeria, that's it, do it first time? So that is the problem. If somebody is trying to cajole me or cajole her that is doing one time, that is his own, because we don't have a kind of reliable, politician. Let's talk about look at what is happening within the opposition, because they are not, they are not contented. That is why you keep on moving from one place to another. If you be as same in PDP, instead of moving up and down, you should have got his opportunity. The same thing happened with Labour. They went to Labour because they want to rubbish the fundamental people or people that created Labour. They rubbish them. The same thing happened in AD now. The originator, the original, candidate of ADC, they want to rubbish them because of their money back. But that's what they disagree. If I heard it from one comment in the radio today, how Mark himself took them to court. You think those people that, the origin of the ADC, they will be looking at it, because you people have money or you want to oppress them? It's not possible. It's not done. Now let's talk about the data. It's just unfortunate. You see, our leader does not have them. They are not after the prosperity of this country. How will they get data? All they want, that is what we are saying now. All they want is themselves, what they can acquire, the money they take off. You understand? The money they steal for their own self and family, not for Nigeria, and that is what we are facing.
All right, that's the last call. Your submission on the whole data conversation was a tad confusing. I don't think that you really understood it, but that's okay. We have good morning, Sage. If PDP during their time had played politics in the manner that the APC is doing today, the APC would have been blown away. After coercing all the governors to join the party, they still don't want strong opposition. If, as all for one thing, the mass killing of Nigerians should ring a bell to them that they failed and they should not be seeking for a re-election. James from Agbado. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. APC-led government has been busy laying landmine for total destruction of other opposition parties in collaboration with INEC and the judiciary, allegedly. And Nigeria is, starting from the PDP, Labour Party, ANPP, and now ADC. My question is, why now? The APC is jittery and seriously in panic mode over Peter, Obi, and other heavyweight individuals together. Even with their 30 governors, they know they have failed woefully and they're afraid of their own shadow. We're not fools. Take it from me, APC has reached a point of diminishing return and will soon crash. Their Waterloo is near. Victor Aloibuke from Ikeja. Hello, Mainland FM. It's unfortunate that the jittery of the ruling party, which has on its side 32 state governors and claiming to have performed well, can still be causing confusion through the use of INEC in order to not have a viable opposition party and strong candidates that will contest against the president. There's an allegation that has been leveled against INEC that lands have been given to officials of the commission ahead of 2027 general election. If the allegation is true, can INEC under such condition conduct a free, fair and credible election? Is quite I don't know what this is. Also, it's not breaking news that the greatest problem of Nigeria and other African countries is a lack of good database. The only way forward is for the country, including Nigeria, to create their own database and not continue to rely on foreign database. On the statement made by Aisha Yusuf, in which she's entitled to her opinion, I feel she would have waited to get to the bridge before crossing it, but on another angle, she's using it as a political strategy to woo and convince Northerners to support Peter Obi. Thank you. I'm sorry, we cannot read the entire message. We have other people here as well. From Ijagamo. Good morning, Sejan. It's going to be a heinous crime against humanity, in particular against the suffering masses of Nigeria, if almost ₦1 trillion is going to be wasted on election that there is no viable opposition. God cannot be mocked. Sage, whatever anybody sows, he or she will reap. Karma is patient, but he visits at his own time. The political manipulations is nothing but wickedness against innocent citizens of this country. Good morning, Mainland FM. INEC and ADC, they should plan their own intruder into the APC. If Tinubu finds his way back to rock, then we know the meaning of we cannot read this. Yes, be mindful of your choice of words, but you tell them to be mindful of their own word. So why do you want to become the thing that you're standing against? Is it that hypocritical? if you say that these people are badly behaved, why are you badly behaved to prove a point? I think that you're supposed to be the exact opposite of everything that you're fighting against, right? So you'd have to forgive me for saying that we should act appropriately, even if we think the leaders are not acting appropriately. Thank you for your time. That's all the messages that I can take at this time. We appreciate you for your insight. We still have a lot lined up for you. Don't forget to join Midweek Politics at 1 p.m. We have Situation Room at 4, and we have Global Clusters at 7, and then at 8 we have Shenanigans. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Oh yeah, ginger candy. Oh yeah, ginger your day. Ginger candy. Ginger candy. Ginger your day. Ginger candy. Anytime, any day. No darling, anyway. Ginger candy, day for you, and for you, and for you. It's sweet for mouth. It's sweet for mouth. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's sweet Scofood. That's sweet Scofood. Leave it steady, make a move. Oh yeah, ginger candy. Oh yeah, ginger your day. Ginger candy. Ginger candy. Ginger your day. Ginger candy. Oh yeah, ginger candy. Oh yeah, ginger your day. Ginger candy. Ginger candy. Oh, ginger candy.
OneXBet. It's time for bonuses and wins. Download the OneXBet app from Google Play or the App Store and start winning today.